Good evening, Crimson Tide Nation, and welcome to the Alabama Crimson Tide Live College Show, the 63rd edition, all right here on Alabama with the Voice of College Football from yours truly, Jackson Johnson, and my co-host, Jeffrey. Only Talk Sports will be here in just a little bit, held up in traffic, especially with it being cold out. I'm going to tell you right now, it's cold, but I can tell you right now, you're going to be in for a good time for a long time, as we'll be going over our final takes on Alabama, Oklahoma, and why DeBoer's not leaving. I mean, that whole thing. But you're going to be in for a good time for a long time, ladies and gentlemen, especially tonight on the 63rd edition of the Alabama College Show. We are only 21 hours away from kickoff in revenge against the Oklahoma Sooners. That's going to be fun, ladies and gentlemen. You get a shot at revenge. I know I'm looking forward to it. But you know what else I'm looking forward to? My God. Some holidays. Some holiday gifts. And it's that merch. The merch for Alabama at the Voice of College Football. And we've got it all right here. The Alabama hats for Alabama at the Voice of College Football. The t-shirts, the polo shirts, the heavyweight t-shirts, the sweatshirts, the game day mug, the tumbler cup, and the can coolers. We've got it all. We've got it all right here on Alabama at the Voice of College Football. And the call-in link is in the chat, so if you want to call in, there it is in the chat, and it's in the description. So come on in. You're invited to talk Alabama football with us. But, I want to talk a little bit about final takes on Alabama, Oklahoma. The key to victory, and I have been sounding the alarm on this, on Alabama at the Voice of College Football, SEC at the Voice of College Football. The key to victory is defense putting pressure on John Mateer. And make sure you're double teaming on Deion Burks, double teaming on Isaiah Satanga. You got to keep an eye on those guys, because if you don't, they're not going to take their eyes off you. That's what they're going to do. And you have to put a ton of pressure on Mateer. Do that, you're really good to go. Put him, like, let's say, they're at the 25-yard line on their own 25. Make sure you put enough pressure on Mateer to the point where it's like he's throwing an intentional grounding pass. Or, just sack him. Or just make sure you put a stop to the running game. Make sure you put him in a 3rd and 18 position. Because if you do that, you're really going to be good to go Friday night, tomorrow night. And, that was the key to victory last few weeks ago, was defense. When Ty Simpson, unfortunately, threw that pick six to one of the Bowen brothers, which caused Sean Madonna throughout his puberty voice, because, it's an 87-yard pick six. That's what happened. Defense was the key to victory for Oklahoma that week, putting a ton of pressure on Simpson. Now, we do need some of first half Simpson back. And there have been rumors that he's been hurting, which is why, the second half has not been such a great stretch for him. He didn't look so good against LSU. He was not looking so good a couple weeks back against Georgia in the SEC title. He wasn't looking like himself against Auburn or LSU. Did all right, but still, though. Yeah. Now, the way I'm looking at it, if you can get it done on Saturday, not Saturday, Friday, you get it done, you're good to go. And I would not throw the baby out with the bathwater in DeBoer. I think he's going to continue to do great things. The results have not been there the way we want to. I get it. But I think he can get a natty. I don't know about this year, but 2026, 2027. Yeah. I'm just talking with our YouTube member, Godfather of the SEC. And he's a go-to. Like he is an OG on Alabama with the voice of college football. But anyway, yeah, that's the thing. Is I think honestly, I think things will be all right. Things will be more than fine. I don't no. I don't believe in that hot seat stuff. I think that's just noise. Especially from our guy, well, supposed to be our guy, Damian Harris. You're saying that stuff about hot seat, hot seat, hot seat. Bro, you may be working at you're letting that CBS money go to your head. That's what I say. That is what I say to Damian Harris. Bro is letting that CBS money go to his head. Yeah. No way. As sure as God's little green apples on that apple tree, I just do not see DeBoer going anywhere. He's staying at Alabama. I mean, why would anybody want to go to, man? And we got our co-host, Jeffrey. What's up, man? Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Hope there's not any sound difficulty. Ooh. But yeah, I just do not see any. I mean that all that mission.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you for a second.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you. I couldn't hear you at first, but I can hear you. I'm trying to. Is my audio good?
Audio sounds all right. Yes.
Okay, good. All right. Yeah. So how's it going tonight?
Oh, it's going pretty good. Just get ready for Christmas, making sure I'm getting enough eggnog and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, you remember the Fairly Odd Parents? There was a lot of eggnog.
Oh yeah. Oh man. But yeah, like while we wait for callers, I was talking a little bit about like why I don't believe DeBoer's leaving, and I think you can agree with that too, because like there's no way he's leaving. It's like it just seems like there's not a whole lot of stability at Michigan, especially with Ward Manuel. I mean, that place is a mess. It's a mess.
Well, the thing that just boggles my mind, Jackson, about that situation is the fact that Michigan fans and their administration seem to think that they can buy their way out of any problem.
Yeah.
I mean, money, it has multiple positives and negatives, right? You know, how it's used, how you're influenced by it to do good or bad. But I mean, Michigan's got a lot of problems right now. And I don't think just throwing bills necessarily is gonna fix that problem. They need to deep clean the program and hire a coach to turn it around. Their image and their football product. But I mean, DeBoer is not at Akron. DeBoer is not at Auburn. DeBoer is at Alabama. And again, I just can't fathom the head coach of Alabama football going to Michigan unless he was getting fired. I don't see how DeBoer, being one of the highest paid coaches in college football right now, I mean, Alabama could probably pay him whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
Why he would go to Michigan? I mean, it makes no sense. Like, I can understand Jed Fish going from Washington to Michigan. I understand that. I mean, Washington's a good job, but it's not Michigan. Alabama is better than Michigan. We might not have that Ellison dude, but we're a better football program.
Oh, get this. Get this. This is going to put a burr under Ellison's saddle. He's not going to be able to buy Warner Brothers. You know why? Because Warner Brothers don't want his stupid butt. They don't want him. They don't want him. They're like, okay, we talked it over, and we don't want Paramount buying us. We want Netflix to buy us. I mean, it's like, take that L to Larry Ellison. He's gonna take it.
That's pretty funny. That is interesting. We got Rough Rider Returns in the chat saying Mateer should be game healthy, basically more healthy than any time since before his injury, and I agree with that. I mean, same with Ty Simpson, right? Like whatever problem that he has, right? I mean, I've heard so many people say that Ty Simpson is hurt.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, can we prove that Ty Simpson is hurt? No. There's literally zero way to prove that unless Alabama football releases a statement and says Ty Simpson is hurt, and this is currently what he is undergoing right now. Like his body is hurting, or some surgery or health recovery plan. There's none of that. So I don't know. It just seems like whenever our quarterback is struggling, that is always the case. If you remember Milroe last year, toward the end of the season, people said Milroe was hurt. That's what people said because Milroe was playing bad. So I just don't really buy into the Ty Simpson's hurt thing unless we get an official statement that says Ty Simpson is hurt. The point I'm making is whatever's going on with Ty Simpson, hopefully he's in the best shape that he could possibly be in coming into this game, just like John Mateer should be. So I don't know. It's just a very interesting conundrum when it comes to Ty Simpson because our quarterback is not playing well. Yeah. And we're not going to advance in the playoffs if he doesn't miraculously improve and start playing like he was earlier in the season.
True. And we've got our first caller of the night. You know him, you love him. He's an OG YouTube member of Alabama with the Voice of College Football, and you always get a big kick out of him. The one and only himself, Waylon, the godfather of the SEC. How you doing tonight, good buddy?
Jackson, Johnson, and Jeffrey. Jeffrey only sports talk. We talk sports sometimes, but not all the time. I messed that the hell up. Anyway,
moving. It's actually pretty accurate.
I messed that up. Do that. Redo that, Jackson. I'm sorry. Do that for him while I get flip the channel.
How Jeff goes is welcome back to Only Talk Sports, where we talk sports every single day, or at least try to. I'm your host, Jeffrey. Subscribe to the channel.
If you like sports content, hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. The reason that I say if you like sports content, because if you like sports content, then you should like it. I mean, it's not rocket science here. I mean, if you hate football and you hate basketball, my content is not for you, and Jackson's content is not for you or any of it. But if you like sports content, I especially football, basketball, I think you should like the show. Maybe not. Maybe you can't stand my analysis, or on this show you don't like Jackson's analysis. I have no idea. Both of our analysis sucks. I don't know. But I mean, other than that, I don't see a reason why you wouldn't like it. I mean, it's sports talk, man. So I appreciate that, Godfather. Appreciate it, Jackson. But yeah, that's funny. I think my second video I had that intro, and I've had it ever since. So I don't know.
There you go.
And I don't know. I've got Hulu has added 25 ABC sports channels. If they screw the ball game up tomorrow night, y'all going to have to come get me out of jail. That's what y'all going to come do. just remember that. Have your bail money ready. I'm telling you.
These streaming services are just ridiculous, man. Like they are bloating these things up. Like, man, the way I look at it, I understand that they want to give you all this, content, right? Which raises the bill of your rate. But there's a lot of people out there that only want to watch sports, or only want to watch movies, or only want to watch, reality garbage television for some reason. I would not do that, but there's people out there that probably only watch that junk. But for those type of people, then, it'd be great if you could have your streaming service at least like packaged toward what you want, at least as close as you possibly can. Like maybe the sports package, and it only has most of the sports channels and not a lot else, but instead you got all these channels, you got all this junk that you're never going to watch. And that's why the bill is just through the roof. I mean, streaming was not that bad at first, but now it's expensive, so that it's practically replaced cable without replacing cable. Has replaced cable. It's a weird, TV is in a weird spot right now. But to your point, Godfather. There's been a lot of problems with streaming. I mean, you remember the YouTube TV thing with ESPN. You remember that? That was a big deal. But, I mean, there's just a lot of problems, man. I mean, people are just frustrated. There's no right or wrong answer to TV. Cable's too expensive. Now streaming's becoming too expensive. Whatever. And it's just there's always a problem of some kind.
Honestly, there's probably going to have to be something figured out, like for sure. I think everybody's really just going to have to get in a room and just get into some kind of agreement to lower the prices, make it easier on the customers.
But again, the only way you can lower prices, in my opinion, is if you give people specific deals, specific packages for the type content they want to watch. Again, if you are a sports fan, if you are primarily a sports fan and you don't care about VH1 and MTV and Comedy Central or whatever, other garbage networks I've never heard of before, and
I only will watch comedy,
like that kind of stuff. If you just want to watch FS1 and ESPN and the sports networks, then you should have a package for that.
And honestly,
like by 50% or more.
Oh yeah, and for like the streaming services, like the Peacocks, the Netflix, the HBO Maxes, they should get in some kind of agreement where they create the sports package, like where it's like all of them, especially like NetSuite, for example. Oh, I forgot Amazon Prime. How do I forget Amazon Prime? You can tell my head's in 20 different things all at once, but anyway. Because NetSuite, for example, you're going to be seeing Christmas Day games for the NFL. Both of them on Netflix, and you're going to see one on Amazon Prime. At least Al Michaels be happy on this one.
Well, there's only one of those games I'll be watching.
Yeah, I don't know. Christmas Day games. I guess it's all right, but I mean, I just counted nine new ABC channels on Hulu tonight. Or today. So I'm sorry, today. It started this morning. I guess everybody loves ABC, I guess. I don't know.
Anybody? Yeah, I mean, it's like,
it's unreal.
I'll be happy to share Netflix password, but there you go.
It's just all I know is that it's just a conundrum.
Yeah,
if you can't watch a ball game,
pay for all this crap, that's the thing. I mean, like, not everybody's got Peacock. Not everybody's got Netflix, which I know sounds ridiculous because a lot of people are like, everybody's got Netflix. Well, not everybody has Netflix. There's a thing called DVDs. They exist. I mean, I don't think people have them anymore, but I mean, they exist. VHSs, they exist too. That's how you can watch movies. You don't have to have a streaming service for movies. I mean, obviously, I have streaming. I don't have cable, so I got streaming. And the streaming service that I use, it's got movies on it, and I watch movies on there sometimes. But I primarily watch DVDs because the thing is typically now there's some people that will watch any type of movie, and they just watch movies all the time. But you're gonna watch the type movies that you like. So it's like, if you already own them, then you don't need, a lot of times you can get DVDs for fairly cheap, especially used. You don't even need a streaming service that you're paying monthly. You might look at it and say, well, it's a good deal that you're getting all this content, but you're paying for it monthly. So it adds up. You buy that DVD one time, and it's yours forever as long as the DVD don't break, which happens sometimes. But you get what I'm saying. I'm just saying that, like, if you own Netflix and you own Prime, which obviously Prime, Amazon gives you a lot of junk, right? Mm-hmm. With the Prime deals and, free shipping on things everywhere, all that kind of stuff. That's why a lot of people got that. I'm just saying that when you start paying for Peacock and Paramount Plus and all this stuff to watch every single freaking game that you could possibly watch, or every single movie or every single TV show in existence, you're broke.
Yeah.
And it ain't worth it.
Mine's I think mine is $109 a month, right at it, $110 a month.
Well, I'm not gonna want people to spend a bunch of their money on stream, because like not everybody's got all that kind of money to be spending on Paramount Plus, ESPN Plus, Disney Plus.
And these services are going up all the time. I remember when Peacock first came out, and it was like $5.99 a month or something, or whatever.
Exactly.
$5.99. Now it's like $11.99. All of them are going up. Hulu was like $50 or $60 at one time. Now it's like $100.
Yep.
YouTube TV's going up, even though they claim they're trying to come out with a sports only package. But all this stuff is just going through the roof, And again, I think as a consumer, you need to be very careful, with what you're paying for, because you see all those commercials like the Rocket Money and all that, where they're like, oh, I didn't know I had all these accounts that I was paying for, and that's why well, dude, I mean, like, yeah, I guess some people might not actually know what they're paying for, but at the same time, it's like you should kind of know what you're paying for. See, the problem is that used to, when everybody had bills, everything was done by checks. You paid with checks, right? And that's how you paid for everything. Well, now everything's auto done, right? So like everybody's just got their stuff set up through their phone. So it's like, wow, I just lost $500 this month. Well, that's because you're paying for this. If you cut half that crap, you might actually have some money. Yeah, trust me, the economy blows. We all know that. It's not good. But at the same time, a lot of people do pay for a lot of excessive crap that they don't really need. Yeah. I know this is not an economic show here. I'm just saying, like, spend your money wisely and check your auto pay. See what you're paying for. Maybe you are paying for all these services. And it's like, if you only watch Peacock twice a month, then you don't need it.
No. Exactly. But I was going to say, because like Netflix, and this is something that I saw earlier this year, right? I think it was like a head executive at Netflix. I'm not sure what position it was, but the guy was being interviewed about like a potential deal with the NFL, right? And he's saying, we're not going to do a deal with the NFL. It's like, that was the look good, right? Like he was just saying that because that's what some people want to hear. It was the right answer at the time. But I don't see there not being a Netflix NFL TV deal for the future, because like I'm telling you right now, because like ever since last year, we've been seeing Netflix Christmas Day games for the NFL, right? We're seeing 2 this year. And Netflix has realized one thing. They can't sell everybody on Maury the Hormone Monster or BoJack Horseman. They can't sell people on that anymore, right? Because they know there's some people that are like, hey, we won't watch the NFL. We won't watch college football. We won't watch Major League Baseball. And you're going to see a Major League Baseball opening day game next year on Netflix, right? And I think that you will eventually see some college football on Netflix. Like remember, like Godfather, you remember this, right? Like from the 90s, NFL, making that TV deal with Fox. At that time, Fox was the Homer Simpson, Al Bundy network, right? Mm-hmm. They realized in order to be legitimate, like ABC, CBS, NBC, they realized they have to have somebody other than Al Bundy and Bart Simpson.
Al Bundy made Fox a lot of money, though.
Oh, agree.
More than any television show that is on today.
Oh, agree.
So far that it shows you how bad television is today, which, again, that's a whole other thing. And I know that's not what you're talking about, but I'm just saying that shows like that made a lot of money.
For sure.
A lot of money.
And they realized
stuff like that made a lot of money.
Oh, they did.
A lot of money.
Nash.
Oh, yeah. they realized in order to really
There's a reason why these shows are 50 years old, 40 years old, we're still talking about.
A lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of money.
And they realized, we got to get somebody. I mean.
Well, nobody's watching TV anymore. Everybody's watching sports, which, I mean, sports is becoming reality TV. And I really don't mean that in negative jest. It just is. I mean, when we're talking about Kalen DeBoer and Lane Kiffin and all these people, could they go here in the portal? And
will they, won't they? I mean, it's
just like reality television. So people are
the only thing we're missing.
That's why sports are a lot more popular now than they were in the
80s.
You know what's missing from that? Like for it to really be reality TV?
Terrifier 4.
That, but the cat fights between the coaches' wives. Just have it be the
Jackson, I'm sure there will be some people that would love to see that, but I would prefer not to.
Sorry.
Not for the reason that you think. It's just because that should be reserved for some garbage channel network at 1 a.m, not for my sports,
Exactly. I'm sorry.
I kind of want to see tackling and 3-pointers made and dunks, not.
It's not horror. That's not a horror thing.
No.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not a horror. It's not a horror film.
You
That's
know
more
Lane
porn.
Kiffin will go for that because he's
Oh, of
that.
course. It
Oh,
probably
yeah.
it would increase his notoriety by tenfold. I mean, he already
Oh,
is
yeah.
super pop. I mean, it's amazing that Lane Kiffin has almost 1 million Twitter followers, and yet Kurt Signetti has 65,000 or 75,000 or whatever. But yet Kurt Signetti's just arrogant, terrible person. It's like, ugh, he's not even that popular. As popular as Indiana is, the dude only has like I think he might have 80,000 now or something because the Heisman and all that. But dude, like Lane Kiffin's almost got 1 million. Lane Kiffin is like at this point a celebrity head football coach, and I don't even mean that in negative jest. It's just facts. He's basically a celebrity football coach.
He is. Yeah, sure is.
I don't want, because it's like Lane Kiffin gets a lot of eyeballs on him, for like wins and all, but off field, he is such a drama queen. Like I don't like the way he handles himself. I just don't.
He loves it.
One of these days he's gonna get himself fired again.
It just saddens me, Jackson, because I really was rooting for the guy to learn from his past mistakes with USC in Tennessee. And I'm just like, the tarmac was tough. And, I like that had to be sitting in his brain. Oh, I don't want that to happen again. I was really pulling for the guy, man. Like, which he's not an underdogs here. So, why am I pulling for him? But I was really pulling for him to learn from that. And I don't think he did, because to me, like, he's already started step numero uno of irritating a fan base, kind of like he did with Tennessee, with Ole Miss, in a completely different way. Obviously, Tennessee was there a year. He was at Ole Miss for a lot longer.
He's got me pulling for Tennessee next
and
year.
now he's gone to a program like USC with high expectations. If he doesn't win national championships in a couple of years, it's over.
Bro,
and he's going to get fired in the very similar fashion that he did at USC. And to me, it's just not. He just didn't learn here.
No,
I just don't think that he learned from the past, which is a shame because I was really hoping that he did.
Yeah, but I think like that ship has sailed, like especially from like a 50-year-old man like Lane Kiffin. I mean, it's like, that guy was never going to change his stripes, and the fact is, like, it's so bad for me. Like, I can't stand Kiffin so much to the point that I'm literally going to be pulling for Tennessee over LSU next year. I'll be blasting that stupid Tennessee song while Tennessee's playing.
Yeah, I agree with Godfather. I mean, I don't, I can't completely hate Tennessee because I have some relatives that like Tennessee, but I still can't do what Jackson just did either. But I will say I have to respond to this because more so what I mean, Chris, on this is the fact that sports are more popular now than they were then overall in the grand scheme of, I think, coverage, like national coverage. It's in the mainstream. You pull up Twitter or any social media site and sports content is just flooding you, man. It wasn't like that then, even though sports were popular. I think more so what I'm getting at is that sports are way more valuable now than they were then. Yeah. They're worth a lot more now than they were then. Baseball, as popular as America's sport as it was back in the 80s with Pete Rose and the Reds and all that junk, and wrestling, it didn't make even a fraction of the money that football just brings in by itself today. Football is the biggest just juggernaut of financial proportions. I don't think anything else can even come close to that. Like, it is ridiculous. It is insane. I mean, it's great, but it's also scary as well. It is insane. And even basketball with the NBA, at least, that's a pretty big juggernaut as well. That is more of what I mean by popularity. It's just the financial value that it is worth. That it
y'all
creates.
watching this? Y'all watching this Xbox? Xbox.
The Xbox Bowl is a game between two programs that literally nobody cares about.
Exactly.
Oh, I care.
But it's making a lot of money, though.
It does. Butch
Even
is
though Xbox still loses money for every single console that they sell, which is
probably
insane. That is a financial failure. But because Microsoft is worth so much, Xbox, they keep the brand, and now they're using a failing brand, a financially unviable brand, to sponsor a financially unviable bowl game between two financially unviable teams.
Like, I'm looking at the score right now. Butch Jones and Arkansas State are winning 24-7 going into halftime.
And you are the only person that cares about that, Jackson. And
Yeah,
it makes me so sad because you see all the GIFs online of, oh, that old dude on The Simpsons. He's like, kids, gather around. Remember a time when there were bowl games? People keep using the meme. And it's like, dude, I am not old. And I remember a time when bowl games mattered. I remember a time when the family gathered around and you had the TV on and then the other TV on in the other room. And everybody wanted to watch the games on the New Year's and the New Year's Eve. Now it's just, who cares? It's all about the playoff. If it ain't the playoff, it don't matter. And I said when I was 10 years old in 2014, way before I had a YouTube channel. And I know that I can't prove this, obviously, because I ain't got film of me saying it, which whatever. But I can, if you trust me enough, I said in 2014, when they expanded the playoffs to 4, I'm like, it's going to make the bowl games less important. Now, I will say that 10-year-old me did not know that it was going to become this unimportant. But I was correct. Because the bowl games have gradually, every single year since then, everybody wants to blame Jake Butt and his injury. It ain't Jake Butt and his little injury. It's because the playoffs is what everybody began to care about and care about alone. Yeah. And when that happened, then they used the Jake Butt and the Matt Corral and all these other examples of the injuries and then the opt-outs, and that made the bowl games matter less. Well, now it ain't even about the opt-outs because now half these programs don't even have a team. They ain't even got a team because they're all the players in the portal. The coaches are in the portal. The whole thing's in the portal. And now you got the Xbox Bowl that nobody cares about. So, I mean, it's just dead. Bowl games are history. They're gone. The fact that they're still existing right now is just this illusion, the grand illusion, a stick song that probably no one remembers. The grand illusion that people are trying to create. The bowls still matter because all these teams are still playing. They don't matter. And that's coming from me, a person that loves bowl games more than probably the most average college football fan. They're done. And unless they make rules to force these teams to play in them, which I doubt, I think bowl games eventually will go away.
Oh, we got Jeffrey. We got somebody new in the chat. We've got official Oski Wow Wow. Say, please beat IU, please.
Of course.
We gotta
come in here and be like, man, I hope Illinois wins the Final Four. No.
We gotta beat
IU.
Hold on, Jeffrey. Hold on. Oski Wow Wow. We gotta beat Oklahoma first. Then we'll focus on the granddaddy at them all on January 1st, 2026. We promise you.
Beat Alabama twice.
Jackson, is that the bowl games, the ratings might be fine, the money, but they're basically dead.
Yeah,
they are dead.
They're dead. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just watching it.
I think the key is having a good amount of sponsors right there. I feel like, because like that's
more money at the wall. You have to make people care again.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole other thing to have people watching it and caring about it. It's two different
Here's
things.
an idea.
The NBA Cup gets ratings. The NBA Cup is a thing. The NBA Cup has a trophy, but does it matter? No. Does anybody care about it? No.
I don't.
That is what I'm trying to say. So whether bowl games ever completely go away or not, or they still exist, they don't matter anymore. And
here's
to me,
an idea.
that loses everything.
Here's an idea to really make people care about the bowls. We have everybody playing their bowl games.
Force them to play, which I still doubt, but yeah.
But when the bowl games are done, the two best teams are determined through all those bowl games. And then you put the two best teams in national title on third Saturday in January. You put it on any TV network you want. Change the TV network. Just have it simulcast everywhere. Have the national title simulcast everywhere. I mean, think about it now. It's like That would be pretty cool. And
My
you
thing
might
is that what I don't understand though, Jackson, is that everybody was mad about the BCS because everyone said that not every team got a chance to win a national championship. Which my rebuttal to that is, why does every single team out there imaginable have to have the opportunity to win a national championship when 99% of programs cannot win a national championship? The concept of that is just it boggles my mind. I can't even wrap my brain around it. You are trying to justify destroying the bowl games. They don't matter anymore. It's all about the playoffs. Let's expand the playoffs. Have all these teams in it so everyone has a fair shot to win it. Does James Madison have as equal of an opportunity to win a national championship as Ohio State? Theoretically, yes. They're in the playoffs. But they don't have a snowball's chance in frick of doing it. They can't. It's not even possible. So allowing them to be in this opportunity, in this situation where they have a chance, is just complete fool's gold. And everybody keeps pointing to March Madness. College basketball and college football are two completely different entities. The sports don't even exist in the same way. Okay, again, an offensive line and a defensive line of Ohio State would completely just annihilate James Madison's. The game's already over. Jeremiah Smith's existence doesn't even matter. Carnell Tate's existence doesn't matter. Caleb Downs' existence doesn't matter. The lines of scrimmage are so unbalanced, the game is already over. It is over. Whereas in college basketball, you can have a team full of 5 stars, and they just have a crappy game. All of them play like crap. And then that dude for Oakland hits 10 threes and beats Kentucky. That can happen. Doesn't mean Oakland's going to win a title, but people like that. It doesn't work that way in college football because we already know that 99% of the time, Ohio State and Georgia are going to destroy Tulane and James Madison and even teams like SMU and stuff like that. And before this year, Indiana. So it makes no sense to me, Jackson, why we have to justify expanding the playoffs, destroying the bowl games. We could have left the bowl games intact if we had just left the playoffs or either the playoffs at 4, which I think was the beginning of the end, but really going back to the BCS. Not everyone
I'm liking Oscar Wow's idea where he says, what if the ball game winning team gives large payouts to the players? You think at spots Microsoft doesn't have some cash to throw for the at spot ball on the night? That I like that. I mean, like,
see, the thing is, Jackson, is that my thing is that you're having to throw more money at the wall just to get them to play. That's what I've already said would have to happen for the bowl games to matter per se, or the players to play in it, or you just completely deny them from entering the portal, which they won't do because the academics, which they still claim they care about that, which is a joke. But again, I've said this, like, you have to either severely punish the school for not playing or significantly punish the NIL that the players would make for not playing, which is what happened when a normal person doesn't go to work. They lose their money. So same concept, but can't do that, right? Your NIL is guaranteed. But it's like now we have to pay them more money to play. Really? I mean, should we have to do that?
More money.
I mean, let me ask you a question. Do normal people, this is an easy answer, but do normal people get more financial incentive to go to work on any given shift? No. The only time that is possible is if your company incentivizes paying you on Sundays, which is very rare these days, or holidays, which is very rare, and overtime, which most companies don't want to pay that anymore either. So normal employees, normal workers do not get more incentive to work. But yet we have to pay these players and these coaches, these teams and all this stuff more money to play in a freaking game. That is a reward for finishing your season above 500.
Yeah, I see it.
Like you really. Again, I'm with you, Oski, and I'm with you, Jackson. I've already said this. This is what they're going to have to do if you want the bowl games to matter. But the fact that we have to do this is a freaking joke. They're already making a lot of money. They're already getting free scholarships. They should be excited to play. No, we got to pay them more money to play. What?
Yeah, we got to get Ryan Williams and Ty Simpson on the same page tomorrow night somehow. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to jack them two guys
They're
up.
already making a lot of money. That's my point here.
Oh yeah, you're right.
They're already making a lot of money, especially the stars, right? That's you're saying that we have to pay them more money to play in these games. For 100 years, 100 Rutgers and whoever the flip they played in 1869, don't care right now because it's not important. That was 150 years ago. We played football for 130, 40 years before NIL was a thing.
Oh yeah.
And people played in the bowl games. I think it's okay. They're getting paid a lot now. Some of these players, their NIL evaluations are in the tens of millions at this point. And you're telling me you can't play in a 60-minute game?
Well, they wanted to back in, Jeffrey. They had to want to. Today, the want to's gone away.
That's the problem, because when you make it all about money, then the want to goes away.
Yeah.
The want to before was that either they loved the sport and they just loved playing it with their teammates or their team or whatever, or it was the incentive to go pro. Because it's like, all right, I'm not making a lot in college, and I don't really want to work a regular job. It'd be great to do with the thing I love to do for the rest of my life. And that used to be the incentive. Ain't the incentive anymore, because literally there are players in college football today making more money than NFL players.
Oh yeah.
Which is insane. And again, I'm not even saying that is necessarily wrong, because everybody's going to attack me for saying that. Jeffrey's again. It's not about being against it. It's because the want of money has reduced the desire to play the game that these people supposedly want to play. So much so that they don't even want to play in their reward at the end of the season.
It's a mess. Yeah, money's run a lot out of this.
Steve makes it about this. You're cool with the universities used to not be this greedy back in 1900. Everything has become a greedy cesspool. All across the board, it is problematic. It's problematic at every level of these organizations. And it's trickled down. It's created this atmosphere. Like Godfather said, no desire to play the game. It's about this. And I understand that human beings are wired to want money, it seems. It's just the way that it is, and a lot of it. You got to have it to live, but it's completely gone off the rails. Football will never be the same. I don't understand. I just don't understand why it is okay, like, to say that all these players should get all this money and all this money and all this money and all this money, even when they don't even play, even when they don't even want to play. While also saying what his point here about the greedy universities and all that. It's all wrong. But nothing's going to get fixed here. And instead, just throwing more money at the wall. That's the whole point of what we started this conversation off with, by saying how Michigan is wanting to throw millions and millions and millions of dollars at Kalen DeBoer to get him to leave a university and in a situation that he's currently fine with.
Yeah. So, Godfather, I want to ask, what is your prediction for tomorrow between Alabama and Oklahoma?
The points, I haven't even looked at the point spread. I don't really care what it is. I
1.5 for Alabama, but then
40. What is it? 40.5 or the over and under?
Over under 40.5. Yes.
I don't think Alabama and Oklahoma is going to score. Well, they might. I mean, they didn't. Well, they did the first game. What was it? 20. What was the score?
It was 23. It was 23-21 Oklahoma.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Yeah, the point throughout this week on Alabama at the Voice of College Football and on SEC at the Voice of College Football, especially on the video with Parker Thune from OU Insider, and last night with Clint Lamb on Cover Crimson with Andrew Miller, Tucker Harlan, myself, was defense is the key to victory in this game between Alabama and Oklahoma.
I don't know. They may come out tomorrow night. It might be a crapshoot, as you say. It might be it depends on who gets the ball last. They might score every time. You don't know about Alabama and Oklahoma. I don't think Oklahoma has the offense to score every time they get their hands on the ball, unless Alabama's defense didn't even get off the bus. I don't think that's going to happen. But
true.
I don't know. Like I said before when Jeffrey was talking about the money, Ty and We got to get Ryan Williams jacked back up. Somebody's got to put some air in his blood cells or something. That kid's all.
I'm getting real tired of Shannon Sharp running his mouth on that nightcap show with Chad Ochocinco.
What about desire? So we literally just talked about desire. Who wants to win this game? I honestly think that kind of matters here, because it ain't a guarantee like you used to before, where it's like, well, I think both teams want to win.
What is the what's the record? Alabama hadn't been beat twice in one season since 1893.
Yeah, I think it's 1894, but still though, that was funny. Well, either way, I mean, Alabama's not going to get beat again by Oklahoma. I don't believe that. I don't
know. I mean, their quarterback, I don't know. Alabama's, I mean, I'm not bashing Ryan Williams. It's just something wrong. I don't know what's
wrong is that we're already saying that, hey, Ryan Williams is going to transfer.
It wouldn't surprise me at all.
The fact that we have a wide receiver who is as talented as he is and has had the highlight plays that he's already had at this university. At Alabama's, again, this is not Akron here. At Alabama, and because he's hasn't been as effective this year, despite still having decent stats, but there's injuries maybe, right? He's got some injury problems or whatever. Oh, yeah, he's transferring. Okay. Is his head in the game? Does the team care? Who wants to win this game? Like, literally, I didn't talk about this on Monday because when we were just talking about who, turnovers, all that stuff that we talked about with Travion on the Monday show. My thought processing tonight, 24 hours before the game, is who actually wants to win this game? I cannot answer that question. The reason I bring it up, though, is because I really believe that is going to determine the winner of this game. If Oklahoma wants to win this game more than we do, then they will win. And if we want to win and face IU in the Rose Bowl and we play harder, we'll win. And I understand you'd be like, well, yeah, Jeffrey, in any game, the team that plays. It's because I think that we can quantifiably just show that today there is a lack of effort problem. That is why it is so hard to see teams run the table. It was hard to run the table before, but it's really hard to run the table now because every random Saturday, have you ever watched a team, Jackson, like Georgia this year or Ole Miss this year or some of these other teams this year where they just had a horrible game? Didn't even like they wanted to get off. That Georgia game that they had, I forgot who they were playing. There was a game earlier this year where they really sucked. I can't even think right now because I'm just my brain, like you, is all right. Yeah, there's a couple games this year where they just didn't even look like they even cared about being there. So I think a lot of it right now is it's a care factor. If we want to win, we will win. But I don't know. I don't know where Alabama's head's at. That goes for Ryan Williams. That goes for Ty Simpson. That goes for DeBoer. Because if it goes for DeBoer, because what if he is entertaining the Michigan job, which I don't think so, but all of that is a distraction. And see, Venables is not in that state of mind. There's no rumors that Venables is leaving.
No.
I don't know. I'm just saying, do we want to win the game?
Yes.
Is our program in a state of mind where we are focused to win this game? I have no idea. I don't know.
I was pilfering around in the refrigerator. I didn't want everybody to hear it. I don't know.
Oh, what you eating, man?
Now, while I'm not eating, I'm getting one of Jeffrey's tooth rotten and Coca-Colas is what I'm getting.
There you go. Coca-Cola's real, man.
Coca-Cola. I got implants, Jeffrey. I don't have to worry about mine falling out anymore.
Oh, you're good, Godfather.
I'm good. I'm good.
I had my little coffee tonight, so it's like
I just got water. But I agree with Steve here. Why would DeBoer take over a dumpster fire in Ann Arbor? Why would he? Thank you. That is a great question, Steve. Again, all Michigan is trying to do is just this. Because LSU, Ole Miss was going to give Lane a big contract, but LSU promised him the NIL advantages as well. That Ole Miss just couldn't. And that ultimately is what put it over the edge. So is Michigan going to be like, all right, so we've got way more NIL than Bama, so you can more easily win a national championship. And the other thing that just cracks me up is I've heard from so many Michigan fans, oh, the pressure is going to be less at Michigan than Alabama. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, the fact that you're trying to
We'll welcome you with open arms.
Is proving your program is worse. Like, if the pressure is less, then your program is worse.
Yeah.
Why would DeBoer want to take over a worse program? LSU is better than Ole Miss. I get that. I was just saying that Kiffin should stay for a lot of reasons. He didn't. Y'all were right. Amazing. I still could be right. He could get fired, but
why
whatever.
Why would
DeBoer going to Michigan would be a downgrade. The only advantage is that the Ellison dude. There is no advantage. That program is infinitely worse. And when I mean infinitely worse, I'm not saying this. I'm just saying in the grand scheme of eliteness, Alabama is better than Michigan. That would be a downgrade move for DeBoer. And your argument is that, well, DeBoer's about to get fired. He's not. What are you talking about?
Yeah, okay. He's not about to get fired.
I'm not getting anywhere, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, that stuff about DeBoer hot seat stuff, it's noise.
It's a joke.
It's a joke. Noise. Yeah, it's a joke.
Yeah, it's like I don't worry about noise.
If DeBoer is on the table, for real, if he is for real on the table, then any coach in college football is on the table. Kirby Smart could go to Ohio State. Kirby Smart could go anywhere. He's not loyal to Georgia. I'm not saying that. He probably will stay at Georgia. I'm just saying that you're making it where any player and any coach is up for grabs at any given time.
Kirby, I never leave Georgia.
This portal explosion, we never lost players unless they were massive bench guys. Now we could lose Ryan Williams to the portal because he didn't play enough this year.
Yeah. I told Jackson the other day, I'm not going to name any names, but I've got an ex-brother-in-law that works in the athletic building. He's over the fields and the head man over the cleanup, and he's over the baseball field, all that stuff. He's been in there a long time. He tells me that Lane Kiffin's hot after Ryan Williams. That's all I know. And he's there every day. So maybe he knows something we don't know.
Uh-oh.
Maybe they can offer him more money at LSU.
They probably can. I mean, that might mean that they won't have enough money for the rest of their team, but I
don't know. I don't
know, man. The thing is, it's so funny when we talk about this NIL and we talk about these players and how much they're making, and a lot of it's just guesstimate figures. No idea. I don't have any statistical data. I don't know how much all these players are making. It's just, we know it's a substantial amount of money.
Well, I'll tell you this, and I'll let y'all go. His secretary, I'm not going to name her name either, but she's on my Facebook page.
Wow.
She was the first one at the first of the season that told everybody that Coach Saban was going to retire that year. Now, did she know something, or was she just lucky?
Ooh.
She put that out.
I mean, I will say that a lot of people were kind of pointing to that, but you're saying she was first. I don't know.
She was the first one I saw over everybody was denying it, but she said the season he'll finish out the season and he will retire this year or so. But I mean, basically, if you look, Greg Byrne has said they had a 32, 33, 34, 35 page plan to replace. You got to have a 40-page plan to replace a football coach? I mean, I know you have to be on the money. You have to have your I's dotted and your T's crossed. But back when Coach Bryant and them done it, they didn't. I don't know what's happened to these colleges and football teams. It's just not the same anymore like I used to watch it.
Because money got taken over.
I guess that's what it is.
It really is. I mean, like, money in and of itself is not a problem. I've said this about other things before. Money is not by itself a problem. A stack of money, sitting next to me or Jackson or you or anybody it's just sitting there. It ain't doing anything. But when you start using it and it depends on how you use it and who you're dishing it to and how you're dishing it, that is when it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
And like I
But
said,
anyway.
I mean, before college sports, these players cared about sports. And I'm sure that a lot of these players still care about sports, but the money is blinding the focus. And I understand, like, because anybody in chat be listening to me like, well, Jeffrey, if you were making millions of NIL, you'd be through. It's not the point. I'm not blaming these players. I'm not blaming Ryan Williams and these other players for making millions of NIL. Good for them. Great for them. The problem is, it is blinding the will and the want. It's just, I mean, because the fact that I'm having to question whether our football team is going to try tomorrow is a problem. That should not be a problem. Yeah. And it is, because I don't know where the headspace is. The portal ruin. I think the portal and the NIL go together. I think they're equally to blame, because they have bred this environment. Well, hey, I can enter the portal and make more over here immediately. Or, oh, I had an argument with this coach. Oh, my coach just didn't play me enough snaps this year. I'm gone. Instead of growing, instead of being like, well, you know what? I wasn't good enough this year. I didn't deserve to play. I'm going to work my you-know-what off in the gym in the offseason and get better, and I'm going to play next year. No, I'm just going to be like, all right, it's like Lagway. Lagway, oh, you're not guaranteed to start next year, Lagway. Well, guess what? Lagway's going to go somewhere where he's going to guarantee to start next year. Is that making Lagway better? No. Because he's not having to fight through adversity. He's not having to grow and be challenged. Maybe Lagway's not good. Maybe he needs to try harder. Maybe he needs to improve. But no, it's just like, okay, I'm going to go where I can play. That's not making you better. TJ Finley is transferring to his 7th freaking school. Has that made him better? Has that improved his skills? Is he going to be in the NFL next year? No.
No.
He's not improved from all these moves. He's not grown as a player. He's not fought through adversity, because all he's like, you know what? I got to run. I got to run. I got to go away. Every year, I'm not faithful to any team. I've been at 6 colleges in 6 years. I haven't been faithful to one. All these I'm committed posts. Oh, yeah, I'm committed, all right, when I literally decommit tomorrow. You're not committed. These commit posts are trash. These people on are saying, I'm committed, and then literally 2 weeks later, oh, I've decommitted, now I'm 1,000%. You're eventually going to see posts that say, I'm 1,000,000% committed. How many percent do you have to say you're committed to not be committed? Yeah, and again, you are not growing. You are not improving as a player if you just bolt and run every single time adversity strikes. That is not how you grow.
How has he hung around for 7 years? I mean, even the NCAA and the colleges allowing him to do that. I mean, it's ludicrous. It's ludicrous. It's ludicrous.
There's that.
It is to me. I mean, 7 years in college.
7 years in college. And the thing is that used to, it was like, oh, well, you know, guess what? You have that little medical red shirt thing. Yeah, okay, cool. That's great. You know, you got your season taken away because you got hurt really early. You get an extra year. Yeah. These players are milking the crap out of that thing, man. Some of these dudes are in college for 7 and 8 years. And I mean, and now the NCAA is wanting to mandatorily approve a 5th year of eligibility just right out of the gate. So you don't even have to get the extra year. They just want to give these players a 5th year of eligibility. Why? So you can make more NIL.
Are they all going to school to be doctors and lawyers?
No.
I mean,
that's not 99% of professions.
It's not.
Literally, how many players do you see? And it's no knock on them. Because any GPA is good. If you're getting 3.5 in anything or whatever, that's good, or 4 or whatever. But a lot of these dudes are doing like sports management or some crap. And it's like, that's fine, but that's easily done in 4 years. You don't need to be in college for 7 years to do sports management, man.
Basket weaving, Jeffrey. Basket weaving, what we used to call it.
Oh, my gosh. Get a master's degree in basket weaving. It takes 9 years. I mean, again, I'm not trying to trash these players because, again, if me and Jackson were football athletes, we'd be benefiting from it too. Yes, it's fine. It's just the money is ruining the focus. It's ruining the will. It's ruining so many of these players. I mean, Arch Manning didn't get to come to college and just be a kid. He didn't get to grow. He didn't get to. It was just, oh, he's Manning and he's gonna figure it out. He's making all of his money. Bryce Underwood, he's making all his money. He's supposed to be this generational stud, and he's never seen a freshman like him. And he throws 7, 8 interceptions and 9 touchdowns or whatever. The thing is, you're not allowing these players to just grow and just become better.
No.
It's just not. You're just expecting half these dudes to be good. And you're paying a lot of these dudes money they don't even deserve out of the gate because they haven't even done anything to earn anything. And then when things don't go their way, they enter the portal. Oh, Bryce Underwood's going to enter the portal. Why does every player have to enter the portal? 99% of the time, and I'm not talking about the top, because we only pay attention to the top couple percent of the portal entries. I look at all these dudes down the portal. You might remember Ajah Hall. Ajah Hall left Alabama and went to another crappy program, and then went to another crappy program, and then the dude ended up at some FCS school.
Yeah.
Did it make him better? No.
No.
Maybe he would have learned a little bit better if he had fought at Alabama and tried to get better. Instead, he ran away, and he ended up nowhere. That's all I'm saying. These players are making mistakes. You cannot bolt at the first sign of anything, man. Dude, all you got to do is commit to your school, fight like heck, and you eventually are probably going to get playing time.
And
if you don't, then maybe use your last year or two to play somewhere. But these dudes just bolting every freaking year to a school.
There you go.
See what I done tonight? See what I done tonight? I come on here and got Jeffrey back in his rare form.
Oh, I love it. I always love it. Says, no, but he goes, no.
I done it.
That's like one of my favorite quotes, like how he says, no, it's something.
I done it. I see. I come on here and screwed up his intro, and he got mad. And he's let us all have it. He's let us all have it tonight.
Oh, man.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you for watching Alabama at the Voice of College Football. We'll see you next Thursday night, and goodbye.
All right, you have
an awesome night, Godfather. You stay safe, stay warm. It's cold out.
I'll see y'all tomorrow night after whoever's ass gets whipped. It don't matter who
it's gonna be us.
It's not us, but if it is, another rant incoming.
All right, y'all done a great job. I'll see y'all.
Chris Drew, Dead Air Sports. You got some work.
If we're Wayland, never talk sports anytime. Good night, everyone. Goodbye.
Good night, Godfather. Oh man, but yeah, that'll be fun right there. Oh, did a little fourth wall break on Alabama Boys College Football again. So it's like, there we go. So, oh man, it's like, yeah, but man, we got our Nets caller, Sports Talk with Austin. Oh man, he's gonna pick your brain, and I think he's gonna pick my brain too. Austin, how you doing? Not good, buddy.
Doing pretty good. Just watching the wind and rain and thinking about life as we know it.
Oh man, it was so windy a little bit tonight, where where power went out for about, like, I would say 5 seconds, but then it came back on.
Yep.
It's storming outside over here in Mammoth.
Yes, it's doing this here too. And funny enough, I just got back from acting class, so I could be dramatic and be like, oh, Jeffrey, you conjured the storm. I still need work, but oh well. Anywho, couple things I want to pick your all's brain on. Number one is the streaming debate. I want to put my 2 cents in on this because
before we get to before we discuss all that, B Bean was asking us about the scores. I predicted 24-17, and as Jeffrey says in the chat, 17-14 he predicted for Alabama.
Yeah, probably going to be wrong. I mean, I did pick with my heart over my brain, as people pointed out on Monday. Because, I mean, I really have no faith in this prediction. But you know what?
The
ones you have the least faith in ended up being correct. So,
well, and our guy, Trevion, has predicted 20-17 for Alabama. So it's like, as they say, great minds think alike, as they say. And Austin, you were asking about streaming services?
Yes. So the reason why I bring this up, because Jeffrey was talking about this. So about needing all these different services and stuff, and why it's kind of signaling out cable and satellites and stuff. Here's the thing. We all know this past Saturday was John Cena's retirement match. It was a hard day for me. But Peacock, it was a Peacock exclusive thing. And here's the thing. They drew over 15 million new viewers just for that one event. And they made over $250 million grossing on that event just with Peacock. So, Jeffrey, you talk about that. This is the reason why they keep doing this, because people keep buying it. They're getting new viewers left and right because they're seeing these things. They're like, oh, John Cena's last match? I'll spend the $15 just to watch this one time. And Peacock's like, cha-ching. And it's not just Peacock. Netflix is doing it with the NFL now. The NBA's trying to do it with Prime Video. College football is eventually going to be trying to do it. It's because people keep buying. Now, if everyone boycotted and said, you know what? We're getting tired of it. We want our traditional cable back. We want it just to be ABC, ESPN.
Rarely work. You know, they rarely work. You know, you could try to get people to boycott something, but it rarely works. You know, even if it makes complete sense to boycott something like outrageous prices, right? That I think everybody can agree that is a proper boycott, right? No, people are like, funniest thing, you'll see people complain about prices of like game consoles, right? Oh, I cannot believe, you know, Switch 2 is $450 and the games are $80 now. They've never been that high, which is actually a lie. Some of the old games in the 80s were like $70, $80. But $80. Well, guess what? People are still paying the prices, right? The only reason why the PS3 struggled when it was like $600 at first was because the Wii was like $250. And even the Xbox 360 with its red ring of death at first was cheaper. So the point that I'm trying to make is that people will complain about prices, but still pay them.
Yeah.
And that's your problem.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm agreeing with you that like you just said, streaming service did what they did with the John Cena thing, and they made a crap ton of money on it. Good for Peacock. Bad for the consumer, because the problem is that you are justifying these prices. You are justifying adding all these services to watch all this stuff. You can't even feasibly watch everything in the world anyway. So it's like, to me, that's why I'm telling people, like, be better to save your money a little more, not buy all these services. Kind of make a point out of it. So
and
it doesn't go this way, but it's going to end up going this way.
Well, that's the thing too, Jeffrey. And a big event like that, these companies, they're not stupid. They know what they're doing. Like, that's the thing. People think that these companies know what they're doing. You know, before we know it, the national championship game is going to be behind a paywall. They're going to be like, oh, you want to watch the national championship game? Not only do you need ESPN, but you need the ESPN Unlimited now. They're going to make you jump through the hoops just to watch your team play. Or better yet, the Super Bowl. I'm waiting on that day, because we've heard speculation that for years now, right? How the Super Bowl is going to eventually be behind a paywall. I'm just waiting on it because it's only a matter of time. Because the almighty
thing is to boycott that, though, is that you just like, oh, the Super Bowl is on this extra thing that you got to pay for now, and if everybody on the planet didn't watch it and they got 0 views, they wouldn't do that again. But people will do it. People will pay it, and then they'll be like, oh, amazing. And then there you go. And then the Super Bowl will never be on regular television anymore. It'll be like, well, everybody's going to pay it now. You know, that is the problem.
Let's take a few seconds of the discussion to say hello to Roll Tide for Life, asking us how we are doing. We're doing pretty good.
Right.
We are glad to see you. Have we seen Roll Tide for Life before on here, Jeffrey?
Maybe. I don't think so, though.
Like,
I don't want to say that we haven't and he has or she has been here before, but
if we've missed you, Roll Tide for Life, my apologies. We will make sure we're not missing you.
Appreciate you being here now.
Yes. Jeffrey and Jackson appreciate anybody that comes in, no matter what fan of team. You could be LSU, Ole Miss, Georgia, Tennessee. They love you here.
Hey, we might talk a little smack, but it's all in good fun, right?
Oh, yeah.
We got Bean here saying the Oscars just put a YouTube full time. Here's an example. I mean, the thing is like, the thing that's funny, I know like stuff like the Oscars and the Grammys and stuff like that that's a whole other thing, separate, from sports. Like sports, people want to watch that live, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a sport. You want to watch the game live. You don't want to see the replay after. Like, man, I missed all this live. I could have saw it live. Well, when it comes to something like this, I know you got the glitz and the glamour and everything, but it's like at the same time, you could just find out who won all that junk after it. I mean, but again, I'm not interested in that. So again, maybe you just have to see it live. But does it matter? I don't know.
I'm glad to hear you're doing great, good buddy, and believe Alabama gets a statement win. You know, Roll Tide for Life, you are more than welcome to come in on the call-in link. Give us your takes on the Crimson Tide, on how you're feeling about Bama.
Yes.
Oh, wow, nice. There we go.
And Jackson, I want to get you. Oh, go ahead. My bad, Jackson.
Yeah. John's subbing in. John D'Animo subbing in for Mark tonight on the CFB show on the Voice College Football. And I believe Parker Thin's on it, but once again, I've talked to them on AC at the Voice College Football, and we talked a little bit with John Williams from Locked On Sooners Wire, which I'll discuss a little bit about where we have a dedication to someone who is a former co-host of Alabama Voice College Football, a relative past. I'll discuss a little bit about that before the show ends tonight. But you were saying,
yes. So Jackson, I bring this up because you've always made the comment to me and Jeffrey over phone calls, text messages, all that no matter where the world of college football goes, no matter what streaming service, you're always going to find time to pay for it and watch it because it's part of your job. Would you feel the same way, Jackson, if it wasn't a part of your job? Like, would you pay the extra $40, $30 a month, whatever it may be, to watch Alabama Mercer on ESPN Plus?
Reluctantly, I would, but I would not. I would never expect anyone to be doing that. But it's like, that's why I tell people, you know, hey, you know, if you want to watch streaming service but not have to worry about it, you're more than welcome to watch it on my set.
It kind of goes back to what somebody said earlier. Yeah, here it is. Clint Moses. Appreciate you being here, Clint Moses. Don't think anybody shouted you out. Solution is to be rich.
Sorry about that.
So, I mean, you know, like, you know, you've got a lot of money and you can afford to pay for all the services. And it is your job to watch all of it.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense. But the average person is not that. And the average person kind of just likes watching sports on the weekends, man. You just like, you know, you're just kind of more of a casual fan. We talk about the dreaded casuals all the time, right? And it's like, there's as rough as casuals are on like the internet when they say a bunch of stuff that's just completely incorrect because they don't watch sports that much and they chime in on stuff they don't get fully, which everybody has a right on the internet to say what they want about stuff. But when you're completely wrong, you're going to get completely laughed at on the internet, but whatever. People laugh at everybody on the internet, even when they're brilliant people like Fernando Mendoza still gets laughed at, but whatever. But again, you know, if you're just a regular old casual that goes to work 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and just happens to watch some football on Saturday, Sunday, don't really think about the lane drama, don't really know what's going on, all that. Maybe you watch a couple games, maybe you watch Bama play Georgia and you watch one other game and you're done. Do you really want to have a bunch of different services for that? No. Because you're just watching it more of a hobby. It's just added fun for your weekend. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm. And I understand where you're coming from, Jeffrey. Like, here's the thing. So, great example, right? Everyone that knows me knows I love WWE. And they recently moved to ESPN Unlimited, moved all their pay-per-views and stuff, as we like to call it. See, typically, I would have never done that, but I did that because I like watching it. And I do all this to say what you're referring to, Jeffrey, is And I'm a normal 9 to 5 worker, like you're mentioning. I go to work, come home, but I love watching it. It's my hobby. And it's just like one of them too, like with Jackson. Like, I'm sure there's things that he's the same way. I'm sure you've done it, Jeffrey. I'm sure we've broken down at one point, all three of us, and bought a subscription that we probably know we shouldn't, but we do it because we love it. And you get what I'm saying? There's people like us out there still that love a certain thing so much that they will break down and buy it. Like, I'm not afraid to admit that I did that. I don't know about anybody else, but I've done that before. So I'm one of them people that you're referring to, Jeffrey.
And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not everybody's like that. I mean, if you are a diehard WWE person like you, then it makes sense. See, I mean, all right, just say like you're only a WWE fan. That is the only sport that you like. You don't like anything else or any other type of entertainment. Okay, then it makes sense. I'll get ESPN Unlimited. You're able to watch it now, and you don't care about the rest of it. But the problem when it comes to like college football is that college football and the NFL are on a lot of different networks because there's a lot of games. And when you are a diehard college football fan or NFL fan and you want to watch everything, that's when it becomes a problem.
Mm-hmm. And I agree with you. And it's just like Indiana this past year. They played Iowa on Peacock. That was a Peacock exclusive game. Like Jackson, I'm sure he had his little coffee cup watching it. I'm sure he was. He's one of them sickos. But like fans like you, Jeffrey, who are Indiana fans, didn't watch it because you don't have Peacock and you're not going to break down to buy it. You are one of them, as they like to call the stubborn fans. And that's what it is. Like me and Jackson over here, we're like, okay, we love this and we want to watch it. So we'll break down. You're like, nope. I'm going to make you go back to cable television. Right?
I mean, the thing is that if Indiana was on Peacock out of their 12 games this year 9 times, then it'd be a little different. Then it'd be like, all right, I probably would get it. But if they're only going to be on it once or twice, then no. Because again, I've got all the other networks. I'm watching all these SEC games, these other Big Ten games. It's like I can miss Indiana once. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing.
There you go. Oh, man. Well, Austin, how are you feeling about Alabama, Oklahoma tomorrow night? Oh, yeah. I will share my thoughts on Alabama, Oklahoma in a little bit roll time to life.
There we go. Here we go.
Yeah, we definitely did a deep dive on Monday. Both of us and Travion. Thoughts on the game. And my thoughts on the game have not changed at all whatsoever from what I said on Monday, except for the added benefit or disbenefit, if that's even a word, of the heart and desire to want to win the game. That's what I added today, because I legitimately don't know who wants to win the game more. I hope it's our team. But all the things I said on Monday about the game, turnovers and just, all that stuff is the same. And Jackson's thoughts have not changed either. But yeah.
So here's what I'll say to this. I think it's a compelling game. I'm kind of glad Bama made it, because this is kind of compelling, because there's starting to become a trend here. Oklahoma, for whatever reason, these past 2 games has had your number. For whatever reason, whether that's Brent Venables knowing your history from when he was at Clemson, or you all just are playing bad, or you're underestimating them, thinking, oh, they're a depleted team. Lincoln Riley cleaned them out. We don't need to take them seriously. But if Oklahoma beats you all a 3rd time in a row, Oklahoma may just be that team that has Bama's number. And I mean that because everybody has a team that they just cannot get over the hump with. For the longest time for Louisville, it was Clemson. Alabama's never really had that in their history. Oklahoma's starting to become that, where they're just like, we can't beat this team, no matter how good we play.
Yeah, but I mean that's the problematic thing, though, because, like you said, Alabama had not had that problem under Nick Saban at all. Because even when we did lose a game, like Ole Miss one year or Mississippi State another year, it didn't usually keep occurring or reoccurring. So, the Alabama now, obviously Saban's gone, and we all accept that, and we're not as good anymore. Still a great program, but we're not the elite football team that we were for 15 years. If our kryptonite was like Georgia or somebody of that caliber, and maybe eventually will be. We were beating them first time we just lost to them, but I think Bama fans would be a little bit more understanding, but Oklahoma's not. They're good. They've improved a lot under Venables, but I mean, I don't think anybody looks at that team and is like, yeah, that is just a really, really good team there. That is, what I'm saying? Like, we're favored to win right now.
And see,
but
here's
yet
the thing.
Nobody thinks we're gonna win because we look like crap. That's not good.
Well, see, here's the thing with Oklahoma. They've got a great defense, and they put it on display all year long. They've got a great defense, and that's Brent Venables' calling card. Even going back to Clemson, you could say, oh, Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, all them great players, right? No one ever talked about that Clemson defense. Like, people want to talk about Trevor Lawrence, right? It was Brent Venables' defense that got that party started in that national championship game. And I stand on this hill. If you get Alabama in a phone booth like Georgia did and what Oklahoma can do, they're in trouble. Because Ty Simpson, when he is pressured like most quarterbacks, crumbles. We've seen it. He's not one of the quarterbacks that gets better with pressure. Like Tom Brady, he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. And when he gets pressured, we saw what happened to him. Mahomes, we saw what happened to him. If you can get to Simpson, you've got that Bama offense right where you want them. They can't do nothing. They can't run the ball, and their O-line fails them. Am I wrong, fellas?
I mean, the thing is that Alabama early in the year, like the 4-game win streak against top 25 teams, particularly the Georgia game on the road in Athens, I felt Ty Simpson did actually pretty good under pressure. I'm not saying he was elite or anything, but he did fine. Lately, he's been awful under pressure, and everything you just said was correct. I don't know if he's completely incapable of that all the time, because I do think that he showcased at times that he can handle pressure and make good decisions and throws, but he hasn't done it in so long. I think everybody lost confidence and faith that he can even do it. And I do want to make a correction that Oklahoma is currently favored now. So Alabama was favored yesterday or a couple days ago. It's been flipping back and forth. So it's basically a pick'em game, but Alabama, no one has confidence in, even though there are some people picking us to win, but nobody's confident in Alabama. And part of it's because we've lost to Oklahoma the last 2 times. But again, a lot of it's because we just look like crap too.
I'm confident we can get
it. I know Jackson wants my prediction real fast, so I'll give it to you. I'm going to go 20-12 Oklahoma. I think the defense wins the day again. I think Brent Venables wins with defense and special teams. I don't expect this to be an offensive shootout. It's going to be ugly, going to be nasty. It's going to be one of them games people are not going to remember as an all-time classic. This is going to be one of them. Why is this? Why is Bama and Oklahoma in a college football playoff field type game? But I got 20-12 Sooners win tomorrow night in a tight one, and then DeBoer of Michigan will get even more progressive, all the good stuff. But there you go. But hopefully for your sake, Bama wins, and we get a Bama Indiana game just to see Jeffrey's reaction.
Oh, there we go. We will see soon, Austin. Stay safe, stay warm. It's cold out. All righty, we've got our next caller in Darrell MVP. How you doing tonight, good buddy?
I'm doing well. Finally, we got a playoff game around the corner. I mean, I'll give my score prediction out of the way just because I do believe Alabama is the better team. Alabama showed it during their first matchup. I'm not a believer in Oklahoma being able to replicate some of the things they did in the first game, like the pick six or the Ryan Williams fumble or the 34 missed yard field goal by Alabama. It was a strange game. The stats dominated Alabama. I'm going to trust the stats. Give me Alabama 21-17 to win this game. Oklahoma can win this game, absolutely. These are two pretty evenly matched teams, and I think Oklahoma does have the better defense. I just think Alabama's going to wear them down, though, and in the fourth quarter particularly. I think Ty Simpson, makes a few key plays down the stretch and just wears them out, and they punch it in late to win the game. So I think the Alabama-Indiana game is going to be more interesting, more dynamic of a game to watch. I think this game is going to get ugly. Like, not ugly as in terms of, like, fights or anything, but ugly in terms of it's going to be hard to watch. A lot of 3-and-outs, a lot of punts, a lot of field position battle, a lot of hidden yardage, penalties, massive deal. Any thoughts on my analysis of the game?
I don't disagree with any of it. I think this game is going to showcase two teams that are not national championship caliber. I don't think either team is that good. Again, we've passed the point of no return on, every team that makes the college football playoff can win a national championship. We've got Tulane and James Madison in there. And but I don't think Alabama or Oklahoma are good enough to really advance far. I mean, a lot of people are saying, well, they got a favorable bracket. They could beat Indiana. I mean, maybe, but Indiana is so well coached and they play so hard and so well in a way that I don't think I've seen any other team play at this season. I mean, obviously Alabama is up there in talent just like Ohio State, but it's about the desire to want to win. It's about the attention to detail. I mean, you literally just pointed out all the errors that we had. If we hadn't have had all the errors against Oklahoma the first time around, we wouldn't have lost that game. I mean, we made silly mistakes. That's what causes elite teams to lose anyway. People always be like, well, sometimes teams are just so talented that they can't lose. Well, Alabama's roster, there's no Saban on the sidelines, but it's still pretty daggum loaded. It's still pretty talented.
You've got the most talented team in the country.
We're not as fundamentally sound of a team anymore, and that's why we're losing.
Right, you've got the most talented team in the country, and if you all do play Indiana in the second round, if you win the game, you'll be the only team that's underseeded to have more talent. I think the reason Alabama could beat Indiana, I think Indiana's the better team. I think they've proven over the course of the season. I just think the way they play football, Indiana, allows for less margin of error. Like, if they won games 42-35, you can score and reliable stuff, but you get a fluke turnover or an interception or just some weird thing happen, like a special teams play you've never seen before, and you steal a touchdown. That honestly might be the difference in the Alabama-Indiana game, because you could score 10 points in that game and win it. Like, I don't expect that game at all to be high scoring. Like, look at the Ohio State-Indiana game. It's 13-10. Just have one or two things go slightly different throughout the entire course of that game. Completely different. So,
I think that's fair. Indiana did put up 30 on Oregon. But I get what you're saying. That's kind of what makes this game hard to predict, because literally that's why I said on Monday that it's going to come down to turnovers, because it's probably going to be a low scoring game. It's, a 17-14, 21-17 type of game. And if Alabama yet again is the team with more turnovers, Oklahoma will win.
Right.
It's a 50-50 game, because Alabama keeps shooting themselves in the foot. As a team, like you said, I think Alabama is significantly better than Oklahoma. And I think based off talent, Alabama's way over Indiana. But Indiana's such a well-coached team, they don't make the mistakes.
Right. And also, if you look at the for this game in particular, the Oklahoma game, the course of the season, Alabama's hit the highest highs, and they've also had the lowest lows. Oklahoma's kind of stayed in the middle more and been more consistent than Alabama. Alabama
injury, I think they were a little higher.
Honestly,
Yeah.
for
I get what you're
Alabama, Indiana, how confident am I if that would happen? I'm at like a 4 for now. But then again, I didn't think Ohio State was going to beat Oregon in a rematch in the Rose Bowl last year. So, I mean, we'll wait and see. I don't think they've played in college football, to be honest. I don't think they have. Let me
I don't
check.
think so.
Yeah, I think Alabama, if they do play Indiana, they got like what, a 10-15% chance. They've got a puncher's chance to
Yeah,
win.
Alabama, Indiana have never played.
Indiana's the only team in the top, basically the top 10. Make sure I'm right on that. Yeah, they're the only team in the top 10, not counting Tulane, James Madison, that does not have a 5-star on the roster. I'm pretty sure that the other 10 teams and the other 9 teams in the top 12, top 10 have a 5-star on the roster. I think
Yeah, that makes sense.
Miami has a 5-star.
Hmm.
A&M, Ole Miss. They all have them. Indiana's the least talented team in the top 10.
But they have the best results. And that's why they're ranked number 1.
They're well coached, and they've defied the odds.
Yep.
I mean,
Not,
they were
not
not
even
supposed to
once,
be
Chris
this good.
Camp. Not even once.
They're not supposed to be this good. I mean, that's why Ohio State fans get mad when I say that Indiana shouldn't have beaten Ohio State, and that the matchup was so lopsided based on talent. I mean, Indiana literally had the 72nd best roster according to talent aggregate coming into this season. And people say, well, they brought in 4-star transfers. Yeah, that were 2-star recruits in high school.
Ohio State's probably got 8 or 9 players at that position that could start in terms of 4-stars. Like Ohio State is just so deep.
Ohio State has 65 5-stars and 4-stars. I've already looked this up. They have 65
crazy.
5-stars and 4-stars, and Indiana has 7 4-stars on the entire team.
That's crazy.
I mean, Elijah Surratt was a 0-star Division II player.
Yeah, Ole Miss's quarterback was, what was he, Division III?
Yeah. So again, you have these rare exceptions, but somehow Cignetti has basically hit on every single player that he's landed. I don't know if it's feasibly possible that he can continue to do that. And if you look at the recruiting, Indiana's starting to get higher ranked players because of the success, which I think he has to have to continue the success, because I don't think there's any possible way that he can continue having all of these hits on all of these underrated, evaluated players. I don't know. But all I'm saying is that Indiana has the least talented roster in the top 10 by far.
Which is why people are saying this is a good draw for Alabama.
And also why people think Indiana still sucks.
Right.
Most people think Indiana's good now, and they give Cignetti credit, but there are still people out there that think Indiana sucks. So
the Michigan people are pretty convinced that this Alabama-Oklahoma game is meaningful for Kalen DeBoer's future. I don't believe any one game should decide a head coach's future. I think Kalen DeBoer's going to stay no matter what.
I got done talking
on getting DeBoer. They are so dead set on it in their brain that, I mean, they want it to happen. I mean,
I know.
The funniest thing that they want a coach to fail to come to their school to have success.
Well, I know.
The logic there does not make sense.
I know. I tried staging an intervention with John and telling him that Kalen DeBoer's not going to Michigan because Alabama's just significantly better in all aspects than Michigan is currently.
The only thing Michigan has over Alabama is a dude that has a lot of money.
Yeah, and they have lower expectations. That's the only 2 good things to be a head coach of Michigan is you have, it's still lower. Still lower.
It's lower. I mean, it's not this.
Right.
It's not. I mean, the thing is that literally Sharon Moore was on the hot seat without the firing and the whatever. You know, he was already, according to our Voice of College Football, host, Michigan Channel, DJ and John, according to them. And I've talked to them, not like directly, but pretty indirectly. But I know that all season long, they've basically been calling for Sharon Moore to basically be on the hot seat and get fired.
Oh, yeah,
So
absolutely.
their expectations are still pretty daggum high. I get that Alabama's is higher, but it's not like you go to Michigan and it's just, I don't have to worry about a thing, man.
I understand. I understand what you're saying. My point is I think Kalen DeBoer is staying no matter what. I think there's absolutely no reason. I think people need to understand this new age of college football, particularly in the best conference in the entire country, the SEC. You're going to lose 2 or 3 games, especially next year. If you look at the schedules of every single team, like most teams, you have to be elite to only lose 2 games in the SEC going forward. It's insane the schedules we've got going forward. It's like the days of 12-0 for an SEC team is behind us, because it's not any particular team is better than Alabama or Georgia or these elite teams. It's just over the course of the season, being banged up, being hurt, only having one bye game, it's going to wear at you, and you're going to eventually make mistakes, trip up, and lose.
If Alabama, this question from Roll Tide for Life, do I think Alabama can win tomorrow if they don't run the ball effectively? If you put a ton of pressure on Mateer, force a turnover, get a pick six on them, that helps.
Alabama can win the football game without running the ball well tomorrow, just like they have won football games this season without running the football well by doing 2 things. Not turning it over, and Alabama has a good passing attack again. We used to have a good passing game. I mean, statistically, our passing game was pretty all right at the beginning of the year. It's pretty good. We have 3 receivers who are pretty good. When one of them is on the field, he's pretty good. But lately, our passing attack has been awful, and we're not getting Bernard and Williams and Horton involved.
There you go.
And Simpson hasn't been throwing the ball very well. He's been taking sacks and making mistakes. I mean, we're not going to run the football well at all this season. It's not going to happen. I mean, we're at game 14 of the season coming into this game, and we have not run the ball well at all, unless we were playing air. And I think Eastern Illinois or whoever the heck we played in that bye game was air. It's pretty close to air. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to run the ball well. It's unfortunate because I'm so used to seeing Alabama be a great running team under Saban. We were the entire time, but we're not a good running team. We're not going to run the ball well. I get the point of your question is like, oh, if we run good enough, and I get that, but I mean, even running good enough is not going to be good. So the key is we got to not turn the ball over and give them free points like we did last time. And Ty Simpson has to play well. We don't need to run the ball that well for him to have a good game. We just have to run it good enough, as everybody says, which still is bad.
Do you think, Jeffrey, that Alabama's coaching staff has kind of saved some things for this game? Because there was no way they were going to be left out of the playoffs in the SEC championship game, despite what delusional people on the internet say. So do you think they've been saving some things, maybe like a jet sweep or a trick play or two, just to kind of throw off Oklahoma for this game? Or do you think they're just kind of, you have what you have at this point in the season?
Got what you got this season.
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, the problem is that we haven't really seen Alabama do a whole lot of anything, out of the ordinary. I mean, the offense has been the offense. You haven't seen a whole lot of, Kirby Smart type shenanigans where, he does random junk like kicking it onside when they're winning a game, and junk. You're not seeing Alabama do that. Thank you, Bean. I do know that. I'm got it. Thank you. I know he's gone, and I know that we're not as good, but that's the point.
Mm-hmm.
That is literally the entire point of the frustration of watching Alabama football play, is that we are not as good. I mean, there's just nothing. There's nothing else you could say. The talent is there, but we're not as good.
You're
because
good enough. Hey, you're still good enough for Michigan fans to desperately want you to lose, though.
yeah, which is brain dead.
I know.
Not that our Michigan guys love them to death. TJ and John, great, love those guys. But that logic makes zero sense to me. That you want a coach to fail so he'll succeed at your school. I don't understand that. That makes zero sense to me.
Charles
Like,
Mabry.
I can understand. Sorry, Jackson. I can understand if you're talking about Michigan being like Illinois. Oh, we have a legitimate shot to get Kalen DeBoer. He might get fired. And he could, like James Franklin. I don't even have to look at some stupid Illinois now. James Franklin. He's at Virginia Tech right now, and they love him. He hasn't done a daggum thing except get a couple players in the recruiting or whatever. But they love him because, like, you know what? One team's trash is another team's treasure because Virginia Tech's expectations are so much lower than Penn State. They'll be happy with going 9-3 or 8-4. That's the thing. Michigan ain't Virginia Tech. So to me, again, rooting for a coach to fail at a supposed national championship school is just insane. Like, you are rooting for failure.
That's bad.
Hey, I got what I wanted out of this call. I got a Pat and Jeffrey rant.
Well, I appreciate it, but I mean, it is pretty insane, though.
I understand. Hey, listen, I tried telling John that there's no way they're getting Kalen DeBoer. And he was all set that, well, he hasn't signed an extension yet. I'm like, why would he? Why would he not? Why would he sign the extension before the game? He's maximizing his
real that makes no sense to me is the fact that all these coaches are signing extensions. They don't even deserve extensions.
That's
Matt
true.
Rule's extension and Nebraska is a freaking joke. Oh, Penn State is sniffing around. They want Matt Rule. Why? What has he done? And then they give him this massive extension, and dude loses every game after the extension. It's like Kalen DeBoer does not deserve an extension at Alabama. The fact that, we have to give him one so he won't go to Michigan is a joke. He doesn't need an extension. He's making $11 million a year.
Yeah, but Jeffrey, haven't you heard at Michigan you can be making $15 million?
Because they've got some dude that's like the third richest guy in the world or second richest dude. What you see why
you're gonna love this.
Why money is a little bit problematic in college sports. Do you see why it's completely screwed everything up? Because now you've got people's logic that coaches deserve an extension for failure. They deserve an extension for losing just so you can keep them from going to another school where they can lose. I thought extensions, I thought raises, I thought making more money in life had to be earned. We have to give DeBoer an extension so he won't go to Michigan. We should not have to give him an extension. $11 million a year should be enough.
So,
I'm sorry, Jackson, but I mean, the fact that nobody's responding here tells me everything that I need to know.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, do you actually understand what I'm saying right now?
Yeah.
You're telling me that we have to give our coach an extension who does not deserve one just to keep him at the best football program in history.
Yep.
In 2025. That was not the case 5 years ago. And you're telling me that money is a good thing when it is the focus of college sports? I think not.
Well,
that is a problem.
Jeffrey, there's so much more you can do with $15 million than $11 million.
It's not about what the coach makes. Isn't it about what the NIL is for the team? That's what the Lane argument was, right? Because, he's going to be making – because even DeBoer had the same thing, right? Because Washington – I even said this. Washington gave him a contract that was offered that was very, very close in the exact same monetary value that we did. But the case was, well, Alabama has more NIL, and Alabama's a better brand, and Alabama – and I'm like, okay, yeah, Bama's a lot better than Washington. I can buy that. Michigan is a downgrade. And the only reason people are acting like it is not is because of a dude that's got a lot of money. That the logic is broken. It is broken.
But
And
get
now,
this.
again, you are trying to tell me that we need to give DeBoer an extension. Signetti deserved an extension. DeBoer does not deserve an extension.
I think winners deserve an extension. Just as a good rule of thumb.
Matt Rule getting an extension is insane. Like that is sad. Like Nebraska got cheated. I'm not saying Matt Rule can't coach, and I'm not saying Matt Rule ain't ever going to, but Matt Rule up to this point did not deserve that extension. Just because Penn State was lurking.
Yeah, but he had a 5-star player on his team at quarterback. Minnie Mahomes.
He's gone. He's gone. And he's not going to do the funniest thing ever, folks. He's not going to Tech. He's not going to Tech. Ooh, it's so sad that he's not going to Tech to live out his Mahomes fantasy or whatever. I don't know, dude. This is just a joke. Like I said, I understand what Bean's saying. You got to learn to live with change. I understand that. But the problem is when you justify that, like, doesn't matter what the change is. Doesn't matter how crappy the change is. We just got to live with it. The thing is that it's still okay to talk about how problematic it is in the hopes that maybe it will change a little bit in the other direction. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, more money is better than less money, except when you don't deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Like, I'm all for players and coaches and everyone on the earth making more money. But you got to deserve it, man. That's okay. So we're supposed to give Joe Blow Squidward over there a raise, even though Bro's the laziest employee in the planet. He's one of the only employees in SpongeBob. Over SpongeBob, who's a hard worker. You see the problem here?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, DeBoer is not deserved an extension. We should not give him one. And if we don't give him one, we're going to lose. Again, it's not good change. That is not positive progress.
No.
You can't tell me it is. If you think that is positive progress just because more money equals good, there's a lot of people out there that deserve to make more money than they currently are than Kalen DeBoer. And it's not the fact that Kalen DeBoer is bad. He just hasn't earned an extension. And you could be like, well, Jeffrey, you're the only one saying that. I think most people agree that he has not earned an extension. It's just that, we can't lose our coach. Well, I thought you guys said Alabama wanted him fired. I think this is why, Jackson, your brain hurts. Because mine is. I think when you really dive deep into the weeds of all this kind of crap, that's what makes your brain hurt. Because it makes no sense. This makes zero sense. I cannot believe this is actually a thing. I cannot actually believe that we are talking about losing our coach to Michigan because of a bigger paycheck somehow than us, because some dude that I could be wrong but didn't even go to Michigan. And literally, we need to give him an extension. I don't know, man. I don't know.
So
you gotta deserve it is an opinion, Bean, but it's also a fact. He hasn't deserved it.
Okay.
If DeBoer is on the hot seat, then he does not deserve an extension. Go ahead, Jackson.
Okay. I was gonna say, anything else you got for us tonight, Darrell?
No, I got an all-time rant out of Jeffrey. I achieved my goal that I wanted to do. The only thing I hoped for tomorrow, other than an Alabama win to go over to the Michigan channel that would crush their spirits, is if Alabama loses and Kalen DeBoer stays with Michigan. I don't know which option would be funny, but are either of you all planning on doing a cross stream with the Michigan channel, because they're going to go live after the Alabama-Oklahoma game?
We are going to go live after the conclusion of Alabama-Oklahoma, but I'll probably call in on the Michigan channel after I get done with the post-game show, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah, that's how desperate they are for your head coaches. They're doing a post-game for your old game, despite them not playing in it. So, just a sad situation for them all around. I'm sorry you have to deal with this, with nonsense with them going after your coach, but it is.
Well, Larry Ellison
says deserving and earning are irrelevant in college football. That is a change you have to accept.
Yep. Apparently so.
Jackson.
Didn't Matt Rule deserve that extension? He earned that extension by going 7-5 and 6-6 every year. He earned that extension. You know,
I mean,
nobody could go
The
6
thing
and
is,
6 at
Jackson
Nebraska.
and the real is that statement, that is a change you have to accept. Whether I quote unquote accept it or not, doesn't matter. It's still garbage.
Right.
You are trying to justify giving somebody more money who does not deserve it. How many other fields does that occur? Because the thing is, everybody looking at this from the sports point of view and how messed up all this is now in 2025, and obviously it's only going to get worse from here. But in life, you don't get a raise,
Mm-hmm.
an extension, whatever, when you suck at your job or you're underperforming at your job. So why should these coaches do that? I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, it doesn't matter whether I accept it or not. It's going to happen. It's going to happen whether I agree with it or not. I'm just telling you my displeasure about it because I think it's a joke. I think it's a freaking crock. That's all I'm saying. And the fact that I think more people are just so willing to just, it's okay and let it slide is why all this is just going down the tubes. People have just, I remember when NIL first started and people were complaining about it and like, oh, this is terrible. And now everybody's like, yeah, it sucks, but it's cool. So I guess we're going to see Joe Blow over here go 4-8 and get an extension, and then he's going to get fired the next day. So we're going to start seeing that, and I'm going to laugh. And it's just going to be like, whatever. So
don't worry, Jeffrey.
Right.
Wait until the age where you get a 2014 playoff and some 7-5 team sneaks their way in there, and then he gets an extension because he made the playoff as the 23rd seed and
but
lost.
then he gets fired the next day.
Yep,
that's what I'm saying. Like, you're going to see it happen. It's going to happen. But it's okay. We got to accept that, man. It's okay. Well, again, we can all accept it, kumbaya, but it's still a joke.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no point in having a discussion about it in a public space if you don't voice how you feel about it. And the way I feel is that it's a joke. And it's going to be a joke, and it will always be a joke. And I'm going to keep laughing at it and ranting about it, and all that. So there you go. It's a joke.
Man. Well,
in
what's
my
up?
opinion,
What's up, boy?
my opinion is wrong. Y'all are right. This is amazing what's happening. It's amazing. All of this is amazing. Life is good, or whatever, or this is good, or whatever that meme is with the dude's on fire.
This
the
is
dog's
fine.
on fire in the room. This is it's all good. It's not, but
oh man.
The only thing that'll be great is if you all coordinated a cross stream with the Michigan channel to like call in or discuss everything that's happening since they're going live. I would enjoy that personally.
the Michigan people would completely destroy me. Not TJ and John, but the chat. They would destroy me. That my words would just be like, you know that thing that like cats or dogs get that sound or whatever that just I don't know, man, just like screws their ears or whatever. That because again, their solution, their fans, like they are so just ingrained in just dishing out the bills here that my antithesis to that is so problematic they would not be able to handle it. Money is not the solution every single time. Clean your program up first, hire an all right coach, fire him, and then we'll talk. But not taking DeBoer.
Hey, I like watching the chaos, and I like being a part of the chaos.
It's kind of entertaining.
It is. It is fun dunking on people, Jeffrey. That's why I call in daily, okay? And that's
it's part of your daily entertainment. I mean, like I said, as frustrated as I am having a great time right now.
Oh yeah.
So that just like keep that in mind. Like I'm having way more fun than I am not, but I still am a belief of what I'm saying, and I don't like it, but it is funny. It is fun because like I remember like years ago when I was like 2019, 2018, 2020 when this stuff started popping up a little bit, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. Well, it's gotten a whole lot. Like we're getting to the point where like people saying, oh, well, Lane's going to go to LSU and then DeBoer's going to go to Michigan and then Lane's going to go to Alabama. And that's going to be the craziest thing. Is it really that crazy? No. So how are we going to keep upping the ante? Are we going to have a coach go from like 4 different teams in 1 year? Is that going to happen? Is DeBoer going to go to Alabama, then to Michigan, then to Georgia, then to Ohio State in 1 year? Are we going to start seeing that? Are there going to be like 5, guys are going to be going to 5 different teams a year? They're going to play on 5. Like, we're going to just completely open it up where you can transfer week to week. That's all I'm saying. Because how much crazier can you make this where it's still crazy to people?
Jeffrey, we got a $9.99 super chat from our good buddy Blue Wolverine saying cheers. And cheers to you too, Blue Wolverine. Thank you for tuning in on the 63rd edition of the Alabama College Show. All right, here on
one of the most knowledgeable people in the Michigan sphere that we have. Calls in occasionally, smart man, knows what he's talking about, reasonable expectations, understands the game at a high level, Blue Wolverine. Jeffrey, are you, please? Please have it as a call-in show. That way we can have the fans' reaction, because Alabama is going to win this football game. It's going to be ugly, and I got a feeling what's even more beautiful than this is if they beat Indiana, because all the people that hate Alabama, that just hate the A logo, that want to see the little team win it all, and them just get instantly nixed in the first round for a team that really has no chance of winning it all, which is Alabama. That would be the best chaos scenario, in my opinion, just to see all the meltdown on social media. Because you all remember the meltdown of social media when Alabama, for whatever reason, didn't deserve to be in the playoff because they lost to the number 3 team by 21 points. Oh, man, that meltdown, if Alabama actually beat Indiana, would be the best meltdown I'd ever see. So I'm not rooting against Indiana because I hate Indiana. I'm rooting for Alabama because I want to see the chaos of people.
Well, I think it's funny that people are now rooting for Alabama. It's funny what losing will do. Alabama is losing a little bit. Yep. So now people are rooting for us to win again. I love it. Like that. That's great.
Oh, man. Well, Darrell, we're going to go ahead and get to our next caller, Charles Mabry. He's been waiting patiently. I
appreciate you for coming on, Darrell. It was a great conversation.
Good, buddy.
As always.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Enjoyed talking to you too. I hit the like button, as I always do. So I think more people should do that. Thanks for having me on. Great show.
Thank you so much.
Have a great night.
And we've got Charles Mabry on the line. I believe he's a first-time caller. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. It's Uncle Charles. How y'all doing?
We're doing all right. We're doing all right.
Let me just say a few things, and I'm going to get on out your house. Let me tell you something. Oklahoma had to leave their conference to come over to our conference. Why? Because we're the gold standard of the SEC. See, you sit there and you talk about we this and we that, but you have to crawl your behind over there to us where you could make some more money. Let me tell you something. I don't like what you did, Oklahoma. When people come to the South, we show them grace and hospitality. But yet still you want to blow kisses at us in the stands. Do you honestly think that we're going to forget about what you did? Do you honestly think you're going to... Let me tell you something. Your antics won the battle, okay? But we'll win the war. Let me explain something to you. Let me show you how I know what I'm talking about. Just simple stuff. I took my wife to go get her some shoes. She got small little feet. So I said, well, I'll take my time. I sat out in the car. 3 hours don't went by. I'm thinking she got about 4 or 5 pairs. 1 pair of shoes. I like to die out there in that car. It was so hot. I said, next time you'll come by your doggone self. I'm going to tell you that right now. Let me tell y'all about Alabama. You don't sit there and you don't sit there and pour hot porridge on us. See, you never thought you would see us again. Now, didn't you? You didn't thought you'd see us again, but there it goes. See, because if it weren't for those turnovers, you would have been beat by 2 touchdowns, and you know that. All that blowing kisses to the fans. He don't carry the water, boy. It's going to be a fight at midfield because y'all don't know how to handle a win. But I can tell you this. What goes around really goes around.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's our turn.
Goes around.
And now it's our turn. Let me say this in closing. Because I always say in closing. Let me explain something to you. What we need to do is do what Alabama do. We are the gold standard. Mm-hmm. The thing is giving up. Don't ever give up. Because, see, It happened to me. I got laid off my job. I didn't know what the world I was going to do. The guy said, hey, man, I work over there at the pest control. You want to work for us? I said, what's the name of your place? Oh, we kill them bugs. I said, well, since I ain't got no money, I'll come on down there. We'll train you. And I've been to every house right in the state of Alabama in the city. But this one I went to, I should have never went up in there. The house was overrun by roaches. Let me tell you something. They was flying and stuff. And I said, you know what? Yes, I'm in a house. I'm at the damn airport. I don't know where I am. I don't know where I am. But I didn't give up. I said, let me use your phone, ma'am. And I looked, and I got her phone to use phone, and she had a bug in her cell phone. Now, I don't need to ask no more questions but this. How in the world did that happen? But I still made the call. They said, what the problem, you guys? I said, we overrun by roaches out here. How many trucks you need? I said, send everyone, because that's the only thing going to get rid of these roaches. You got to send everybody. And that's what we're going to do to you, Oklahoma. We're sending everybody after you. And you're going to feel the full force of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And this time, we're not just going to beat you. We're going to stomp you out. And that's all I got to say. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you, Charles Mabry. You can always call back here anytime on the Alabama College Show. Don't be a stranger.
Appreciate it, Uncle Charles.
I love it. I'm pumped up for Friday night. I'm pumped up.
I'm ready to go, man. I want the game to be now. I'm ready to go.
Yellow hammer. Give them hell, Alabama. That's what I say.
Oh, man. This has been a great show. It's up there, man. It's one of the best right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Funny. Oh, man. And that is a conclusion of the 60th. Well, but first, before we go, I would like to mention, next Thursday is Christmas Day. We won't be doing the college show next Thursday. We're still kind of figuring it out. We don't know if we're going to have it on Friday or Saturday, Sunday, but we will let you know. I was thinking about running a poll, but I think we could still do that. What do you think, Jeffrey?
It's up to you.
Yeah, because I think we can do that. Paul Feinbaum sent that caller. I wish. That would be funny though. That would be funny.
That was a great call, man. That was great.
I mean, it was a perfect way to end the show, man. Due to next week.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, Wednesday or Friday, it doesn't matter. Christmas Eve.
I don't want you to have to work on Christmas Eve.
I'd rather do it Friday. Yeah, Wednesday would be hard. I mean,
I'm not gonna.
It'd be tough. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's
probably Friday.
All right. We'll do that.
I hope everybody has a great Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. All that stuff's coming up. It's a great time of year, man. I love it. It's a chaotic time of year, just like all that we've discussed tonight. But when you settle it all back down, it's a great time of year. When you remember what it's all about, it's a good time of year.
Oh man, that Scott. Oh man. Oh, he will. Oh man. Man, it was so funny. Like if you look back at the old videos, oh my god, we're wow. It's it's so funny.
It's only been 3 years, man. It hasn't been that long.
Time flies by when you're having fun.
It does.
Oh man. And I just want to we dedicated the video with John Williams of Locked On Sooners Wire to Miss Trimble, our mother-in-law of our former co-host, Coach Johnny Burtz, who passed away last week. And we just want to let him know he's in our thoughts. We're thinking about him. Our dear friend, he's a good friend of ours. Let him know we're thinking about him. And we also like to dedicate tonight's show to Miss Trimble as well. Just let Coach Burtz know, thing about you. We love you. Good friend of ours. And we're sad to see you going through what you're going through. And, we're praying for you and we're thinking about you, man.
Absolutely.
And
prayers for Coach Johnny and his entire family. It's tough, man. It's part of life. Sucks.
Agree. For sure. But
Definitely
you know what?
good for 'em.
But on a better note, and it's official. Next week, it looks like we're having the college show on next Friday, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. And also, we got YouTube memberships of Alabama with the Voice College Football, of course. For $2.99 a month, you can become a Crimson Faithful member where you'll have a loyalty badge next to your name in the comments and the live chat. Custom emojis to use in the comments and the live chat, and member shoutouts. For $4.99 a month, you can become a Save a Disciple where you'll have priority replies to comments and access to a monthly hangout. From yours truly, Jackson Johnson, Jeffrey Only Talk Sports, and Trivia Ware, who's not only making magic here on Alabama with the Voice College Football, but coming soon at Bama Hammer at Fansided. And finally, you can check out the $9.99 magic of becoming a Bear Bryant legend, where you can connect on social media with each of us and give out content requests of any kind. And neither rain nor sleet nor snow nor this weird Bama weather put a stop to us from fulfilling your content request on Alabama with the Voice College Football. Jeffrey, what magic are you cooking up on Only Talk Sports, good buddy?
Definitely gonna have more content soon. I know me and Will be live hopefully sometime next week, probably. I don't know exactly how we'll do it, because I mean probably predict the next round of the playoffs, but I don't know if that would be too early or not. I mean, maybe it will.
Well, I mean, the next round of the playoffs are New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
Kind of.
I never really like to go to a New Year's Eve party. Like I would love to go to New Year's Eve party, but here's the thing: they just have to have college football or NFL on for me to go. Like,
yeah,
I love
no football, then no party, right? Yeah.
Well, hell no, not for me anyway.
I don't blame you, man. But
Hey,
yeah, we'll go live soon for sure. I don't know exactly when. Yeah, obviously you got to look forward to tomorrow night post game show. That would be epic to have a crossover. That would be.
Oh, there we go.
But, yeah, it probably wouldn't go well. So yeah, but definitely appreciate if you check out my channel, Only Talk Sports. I'll have more content coming over there. Also follow me on X, but I definitely appreciate everybody who has subscribed to Alabama, the Voice of College Football. We could not do this without you guys. You guys in the chat make it a great time, and we appreciate all the support. And yeah, I mean, like I said, couldn't do it without you guys. You guys add so much to the show with your amazing comments, and we appreciate it.
Well, there we go. Tell your friends, your family, and the cashiers of Publix about the magic Jeffrey creates at Only Talk Sports and right here on Alabama with the Voice College Football, where he talks sports every single day, or at least he tries to. And Alabama football every single day, or at least he tries to. And you can check me out on Jackson Johnson 979, where I've got my personal show, The Jacksonian, right on there. And I'm basically 273 subs away from that magic number 1,000. I will be joined by the lead editor of Woohoo's 247, Jacqueline. It's going to take me a minute to get her last name correct, but she will be joining me to preview the 2025 Gator Bowl. We will be talking a little bit about the 2025 Virginia football season and how magical it's been. And you can check me out on SEC at the Voice College Football, and you can also check me out all right here at Alabama with the Voice College Football every week. And for more updates, what I've got going on Alabama with the Voice College Football, SEC at the Voice College Football, Jacksonian. Check me out on JatsBOCFB on /Twitter and on Instagram. It's JatsShots543908. I promise I'm changing my Instagram handle. And with that being said, we wish you all a happy Thursday night. Or if you're in the Eastern time, happy Friday. Happy Friday. And like, comment, subscribe, click on the notification bell so you never miss no video whatsoever. And we'll be seeing you soon. And roll Tide.